Thank you very much for joining us. These are 10th lectures on UAE VAT and this is 8th lectures on VAT on real estate in UAE. And we are discussing in this lecture VAT on owners associations. The first thing is, what is owners association? The name itself reflects owners association is association of some owners, and these association manage and administer the common areas of the building on behalf of all of the owners of the building. They are commonly deal with the issues such as cleaning, maintenance, security, and all communal areas. What is the source of income of the owners association and what is the nature of expense? The source of income of the owners association is the service fee, because this owners association will issue invoices in the name of the owners of the building and will collect money from the owners of the building. This amount, whatever the owners association is collecting from the owner, this is called service fee. It will be the major source of income for the owners association. What are the nature of expense? As we discussed, owners association is responsible for the cleaning, maintenance, repair of all communal areas. Like owners association will be responsible to maintain the lift, owners association will be responsible to maintain the garden, owner association will be responsible to keep the maintenance, owner association will be responsible for the security of the building. So to execute all these functions, owners association will bring multiple vendors or suppliers on board. So these suppliers, these vendors who will provide all these services whatever we have discussed now, these vendors, these suppliers will issue tax invoices in the name of the owners association. So owners association is normally responsible for the procurement of the services. So all related expenses are carrying input tax. Owners association has a right to claim input tax as it has been used for taxable supplies. As we discussed, income is service fee. Expenses are related to the cleaning, maintenance and all communal areas. This income, if the owners association has been registered for VAT purposes, this income will be subject to tax 5% and it will become output tax of the owners association. All the bills that the owners association is getting from the supplier, these all bills will be carrying input tax 5% and this will become input tax of the owners association. If the owners association is a VAT registered person, owners association will be liable to submit the tax return and this input and output will be netted out and they will be liable to pay net output tax, or they will have a right to receive net input tax from the federal tax authority. Owners association, sometimes there is a different structure of the owners association. Sometimes there is a developer. One developer has multiple management companies. Management company 1, management company 2, management company 3, management company 4. And each management company has multiple owners associations under it. And each owners association, this related to one or multiple building 1, building 2 and building 3. It happens into the market practically. Developers are getting bills from the suppliers. Sometimes developers or management companies are negotiating with the supplier directly. They are getting the bills in their name. But you need to keep in mind, these bills, whatever the developers or management companies are getting in its name, these bills, these expenses are not for their taxable supplies. So if they are getting the bills in their name but these are not for their taxable supply, the principle of reimbursement or disbursement will be applicable, because these expenses are ultimately for this building or this building, and this owners association has a right to claim input tax on such expenses. We need to be very careful while applying the concept of disbursement or reimbursement. There is a possibility also that this owners association is issuing tax invoices in the name of the owners, but amount is being collected directly by the developer, or this amount is going directly in the bank account of management company. The collection of amount for the invoices which has been issued by the owners association, it will not have any VAT implications. So ultimately invoices has been issued by the owners association, and owner association will be liable to pay output tax on such invoices. There is a possibility as well that owners association it outsourcing any function. Might be they are outsourcing invoicing function. There are different types of activities which are being performed by the owners association. Might be they are outsourcing it to anyone else. If someone else or any third party is issuing invoices on behalf of the owners association in the name of the owners, then these invoices must be carrying the wording on behalf of owners association, and ultimately owners association will be liable to pay output tax on such invoices. But what are the different forms of owners association? They said owners association are usually not for profit organizations or association, and they are not normally incorporated legal entities, but these are legal partnerships, association with legal status, or it can be unincorporated group or association with no legal personality or status. Now the question arises, is every owners association is liable to register for VAT? They said this is the criteria which has been given in the guide published by the Federal Tax Authority. If this criteria is being fulfilled, then we will say owner association is liable to register for VAT. And the criteria is owners association exercising any form of control, management or administration of the common areas. Legally, personality distinct from its members. It undertakes an economic activity. It makes supplies that would be taxable supplies if the entity were registered for VAT purposes. And the last one is taxable turnover exceeds the mandatory threshold, which is equal to USD 100,000, or we can say AED 375,000. If this threshold is being crossed, then owners association will be liable to register for VAT purposes. Otherwise, they will not be liable to register for VAT purposes. And if the owner association has been registered for VAT purposes, they will be liable to issue taxable invoices. They will be liable to charge 5% VAT as well. They will be liable to submit the return as well. In case owners association are not VAT registered parties, then the bills whatever they are getting from the supplier for the cleaning, maintenance and repair services, owners association will not be able to claim its input tax, and this input tax will become ultimately cost of the owners association. Thank you very much for joining us. In our next lecture, we will focus on the construction industry. Thank you and bye-bye.
Thanks for watching the video. Click on the bell and subscribe to the YouTube channel.